Hold your head. Another level of entertainment is here. You are now listening to the necessary stylings of Cam the Comfort.
Alexander the Great in the building, Cam the Comfort with you, man. Bahamian Trae is here, man. That's the newest joint.
Hey, this make it all bad, soldier.
Stress free. Yeah, that's how the thing go, man. And yo, people don't realize how much Bahamian culture you put in your songs, like how much references you put in your song. The fact of that, don't go by gals.
Let that guy go by you.
That's a real law. That's a real law. Even to this day, that's a law that I is abide and follow.
I appreciate the fact that you was abide by the law.
No, really and truly. Really and truly, I is abide by the law as of today. Not as of today, but up to this day. I is abide by the law. So that's the newest joint, man.
But that's just dangerous, but you can't be going too faulty around the people that place and things like that.
Nah. How much of these stories is real stories straight?
But I only talk about true things, but I ain't gonna lie. I can't tell you the story if it wasn't an experience.
Real?
See, look at you. And like if y'all saw his, I wish y'all could have saw his face. He looked at me like, "What is happening for true?" Yeah, bro. I was a wild young man.
Yeah, so I mean, like you start off pretty young, which means you was a little hot, a little young, so you was able to
promiscuous,
the bubble around a little bit. You know, like how is that for real? Like as far as you remember, any regrets with being so young, or like what you remember about being so young with the popularity?
Let me tell you, I am not regretting a thing about being so young in the popularity because it allowed me to have room to learn. It allowed me to have room to experience the things that I needed to experience. So now me as a 19-year-old, I could say that, hey, I know what and what not to do. And a lot of people are just making their mistakes at 18 and 19. So, hey, I wouldn't even call some of the things a mistake because guess what? If it happened, that means that it was meant to happen. And anything with God is done is well done. So
that's life.
Guess what? If I'd have never gone to that dance, and which was a true dance, bro, that was Hollow Twin in 2014 on October 31st. If I'd have never gone to that dance,
and you never reach around and touch it, and try to touch it,
and I'd have never tried, you know what I mean? It wouldn't have been no mugger like me. It wouldn't have been no. Hey, you never know.
Yeah, that's the boy. Then like I tell him, man, like the voice so distinct, he can't ever try to guess nobody slipping on the phone or nothing like that, man. So as of 2020, man, how is Bahamian Trae now? What is Bahamian Trae all about?
Bahamian Trae is all about learning, to be honest. All about learning and becoming better. And wanting to also help people out in the best way that I can see to help people out because, hey, it ain't just about the selfishness, and I want everybody in the Bahamas to think about this. Hey, the more you have unity, the more strength that you have. Because hey, if me and Cam decide that all right, hey, there's something that we want to do, it'll be even stronger if a third person is on board. If another person comes on board. But hey, one man can't be an island. So it's like my whole goal is to become better and to just grow my mindset and to grow more in positivity because. You know, it's a lot of stuff that goes on and we need to think to ourselves, hey, we can't just keep putting the blame on something or someone. We got to say, hey, look in the mirror. What can I do to be different? What can I do to say, hey, this going to change the pace for not just me, but the generations to come or even the ones that here now. We need to just know that, hey, we could do something different, but it can be different. We don't have to continue to follow the cycles. And we like to say it's a curse, but bro, it's a cycle of just what was taught. And you can renew your mind. You can change the way that you being taught over the years, bro. You know what I mean? You don't have to keep on following into the same ditches that a lot of people fell into. You could walk around that.
So Drake, what you been doing new?
What I've been doing new, what I recently got into, what is actually very fun, bro, is acting. I got into theater, and bro, let me tell you, we did Struggles and Dreams. Shout out Bright Light Productions, Shanico, Pratt, and Valiant. We did Struggles and Dreams last summer, and bro, that was my first time going on stage at the Dundas Theater, and bro, trust me, that was so fun. That was so amazing because the role that I played in it was like you could say like a gangster. I was a gangster.
You couldn't have been no gangster.
I wish you would have seen him play,
You could
bro.
roll up on me now with a toolie, a gun, anything. I'd say, buddy, come from Robbie. Come from Robbie. What you dealing with?
Yeah, bro, but trust me, hey, if you'd have catch that, and I had my hair plot and everything, but trust me, but you would have been scared, but
So how did acting add to you as an entertainer?
hey, trust me, like when it come to, especially how it was with acting, being in theater, you around a bunch of people and being on stage, I resonated with the feeling of being on stage. But what I noticed with the theater stage, you have room to improvise. It teaches you how to just be able to just be comfortable in it. And I wouldn't say what is harder or what is easier, but it just adds to the skill of being able to communicate with people on that kind of forum, like, because being on stage is like a whole different energy, bro. That is be just exciting, and that's the feeling that I got when I got in the theater, and it was fun, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You being able to communicate with a crowd, if you're able to literally get through to a crowd doing any kind of craft, that anything you
That's
could
a
do to
plus.
practice that's a plus. Just like you say, that's a plus, bro.
Well, how does that community differ from the music community?
I'm just getting into the community, but what I could say about the theater community, they're very, welcoming. They definitely want to see you bring out the best in you for the sake of the production. You know what I mean? And they will make sure that you become your best self until that time. You know what I mean? Shout out to Real Laughs Network right now, because we doing Misery Loves Company this Friday and Saturday, and I could say from the beginning of the practices, bro, it's just being like pure work and becoming better and better every time you're around these group of people. And it is awesome to just be able to have the opportunity to be around a group of people and say, hey, yeah, we have this common goal and we about to accomplish something, and that's fun. You know what I mean? As it relates to the get that into with how the music industry is, I'd say that a lot are welcoming, but then there are a lot of circles. A lot of people don't come
Is
out
circles in the acting community? It's like
I know.
cliques in the acting community.
See, because I'm new to the acting community, I wouldn't even know what the clicks is, but I'm sure the actors that probably listening to this know
Yeah.
above the clicks. But hey, because
Well-
I'm getting used to it now, I'm seeing, everybody is everybody to me. From you as an actor, you as an
Yeah.
actor, but I can't say, oh, I know this click, that click,
But
or
Trey,
whatever like that.
young people, right? Coming up, we didn't want to be actors,
Yeah.
right? Like, how do we get this whole acting community to kind of take off some more, get more people interested? Because that's just not one of the things that I see young people saying. I want to be an actor. You know what I'm saying? And even starting with theater, like how would you're a young man, you in theater, how would you make theater just as appealing as being a DJ?
Okay.
Or being a rapper? Or being a model?
Okay, I'll tell you exactly how. All those things that you just listed were ways that you can self-express yourself. When you as a DJ, there's ways how, like my boy Alexander, he brought his own kind of self-expression in that mix just now,
Yeah.
and I felt the vibe. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
nobody could do that like him, no matter what. And same way with Cam the Comfort, nobody could be on this forum, on this, radio personality and do the way that you do it, because that's your way of being self-expressive. And the same thing with acting, the same thing with music, because you bring in your personality even on the acting stage, because you'll get a script, but you have to become that script. You have to become that person or that kind of character to say, hey, bring that out. And for a lot of people, they enjoy trying to become that character when it comes to acting. And when it comes to music, a lot of people have a story to tell or even just something to say. And a lot of people, I wouldn't even say, like, okay, Bahamians, we have been inside this kind of culture of not being able to say how we feel on the whole.
Yeah.
We just getting used to saying how we feel with, you see online. That's why things like Bahamas News Debate, that's why you think that people so eager to go on posts like that and be like, hey, I can leave a comment or I can, follow up on this story, because they feel like they have a way of expressing themselves. You see
But
what I'm
like,
saying?
how do we get more eyes on the actors though?
How do
For the
you
young people to say, wait,
Trust
man,
me.
you can go touch the studio, I can go touch the stage.
But trust me, like when it come to the acting, that's something that we all have to find with. Okay, just like with anything you do, bro. I was just telling someone this earlier with my boy James and Tremaine. We was talking about it, right? And we was like, you can't ask God to order your steps and you don't move, bro.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You
Which
have to want to
means
seek
straight.
for it. So if you want to do acting, you have to look for it.
Which
I
means-
wanted to do acting and I looked. You see what I'm saying? Then
But-
I gone and tried to
but
find an audition.
it's people don't even know that they could be out here using the avenue.
But that's the thing
All I
now.
said, I want you to post more acting stuff.
Okay, I got you. Cause
Post
I mean,
more acting stuff.
Cause guess what? I'm definitely ready, bro. But guess what? It's a lot of people in this game too that motivating more people to do it. People like Sawyer Boy, people like Jaquay, people
That's
like
true.
Christian Adam G. Christian Adam G has
Christian Adam G has
every
a lot of-
teenager wanting to make a YouTube
Yeah.
video right now. You know why? Because
Yeah.
he broke.
He got the numbers. He very
You see
creative.
what I'm saying? And
You
he
know what I'm
creative, and that is a motivating. You know what I mean? Story.
But my thing with the acting, and you call those names, but like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people don't value them on a certain level because they do comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because my favorite right now is the guy at the Freeport, Zano.
Yeah.
Zano's my favorite.
He's
you know
crazy,
what I'm saying? But
bro.
like
That
people
bro is
wouldn't say, well,
crazy.
that's an actor. He's an actor, right? But that it is appealing what he does with the comedy, but it's a whole acting spectrum that is available in the community here that people could jump into.
I mean, see, a lot of people, okay, I ain't dissing my people now, letting y'all know right now, I'm not dissing, but it's like a lot of us, because even I, at a time, I used to look at certain things a certain way until I got the knowledge on it. A lot of us are ignorant to certain things. So for you to say that Zano isn't an actor, that's retarded, because I feel like, bro, this man goes on his platform and he creates skits. He creates videos from whatever idea he has come together, and this is not like a live reality TV. This is videos that were created. That's acting, bro. That is acting. You see what I'm saying? So for you to not call him an actor, or for you to not give him that credit as an actor, that's just you either being a hater or you not having the knowledge on what an actor is. You see what I'm saying? Because, bro, if you online and you making your skits and you doing your videos, you're an actor. If you playing a character that is not you, if you Cam the Comfort
You
go on,
acting.
you acting.
And
Even
I
if you
mean-
go on a video as Cam the Comfort and you have a script and a character you have to play,
That's
you are
acting.
acting.
That's a character. I mean,
You see what I'm saying?
and mainly I asked because my boy Alexander the Great, he said he always wanted to play Romeo.
Oh,
If they do the Romeo and Jet, he always wanted to play Romeo.
man,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
sick.
So I mean, shout out to my young people out there. Acting is an avenue you could take.
Definitely
You
an
don't gotta
avenue
be
you
a
could
DJ.
take.
You don't gotta be acting.
Bro.
Bahamian Trae, the man who was reaching around touching the bread. What else he's doing? Money pull up.
Changing lives as well.
Doing all these things. He an actor now, but like you still doing music. And we're gonna talk to more music on the other side of this quick commercial break and find out what else is going on with Bahamian Trae, all right? This
Yes,
is your
sir.
turn up mix on the station that gives you the most entertainment. Without a doubt, is more 94.
Cause when I get in motion, I just wanna see bumper, no choking. Put it on me, get wet like ocean. 6:30, it's time for the poke and say, cause you want me and I want you. So baby, tell me what you into. Cause you want me and I want you. So baby, tell me what you into. I
Alright,
can make you trip over this.
alright.
This one is the ladies'
Alright.
favorite right here. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what's going on, man. Yo, Bahamian Trae in the building and your turn up mix, man. So Trey, what's next up for music right now?
What's next up for music? Shout out DJ Merch. We got something we cooking up. We got a project we cooking up, and I also got another project we cooking up with just. I want to do a tape, and that's gonna be just straight for the fans. That's gonna be some free stuff where y'all could just go on either YouTube, Facebook, whatever, and just find that audio mark, whatever. But I'm gonna put those all together before the summer.
Yo, how do you deal with the negative comments that you get, or the hate what they say about Bahamian Trae?
Bro, negative comments, but it's what you feed yourself into, Chad. Like, you can't feed into anything that doesn't add to what is your craft or what it is that you dealing with, because at the end of the day, bro, you can know when you're doing something great. You can know when you're doing something positive, because, hey, dog don't bark, I buy a car. That's
Yeah.
number one. So it's like you can know when you're doing something great when you see people interact with you and tell you how much you changed their lives, how you motivated them to actually make a step into something. Because a lot of people have came to me and said, bro, it's because of you why I want to do music. And it ain't just about even where some people might say, oh, you know, the content with certain things that he talking about, but bro, I'm a young man achieving the goal that I wanted to achieve at the end of the day, and starting at 15 years old at that, and then going ahead and accomplishing even greater things, working with legends, being nominated for awards. Like, bro, these are some things that children my age thought that it couldn't be done, or thought that they can't do something like that.
How is it working with Ronnie?
Hey, that was such an honor. It was such an honor, because bro, you Ronnie Butler, dog.
Yeah.
Ronnie Butler. So it's like, you know, I definitely look up and emulate people like that.
Did he give you any like side eye, like you this young fella dealing with?
No, you know, when me and him met, it's like it was just a vibe, bro. Like how he was an older person, though. You know, old people naturally have a vibe. Yeah. So it's like his vibe was definitely great, and then it was so crazy to me too how like he sounds so much like his songs, man. Like his voice was so, you know, God rest his soul, his voice was so
signature,
unique, dog. Yeah. Signature. Like once that Ronnie sound on that track,
that's why I just get mad when people say I sound like Big N.
Oh Lord,
I don't want to sound like. I just get mad when people say I sound like Big N. I don't sound like Big N. It's Cam the Comfort.
Yeah, but you know, all it is bringing your own originality to it, and I just don't focus on the negativity, bro. Right. Because if you focus on the negativity, think about it like this: anything you do for 21 days is a habit. If you keep on thinking negative things over and over and over and over, you're gonna become that person. You're gonna become that person who's pessimistic, who feels like, oh, I can't do it because da 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 da. Like you're gonna start to feed into the negative things that people been trying to put on you, and it's like, trust me, that's only the plan that the devil is be trying to do to just keep you off course, because he feel like, this boy about to go somewhere. This boy about to.
And you keeping it positive.
Gotta keep it positive, bro.
Nah, you used to be vibing. I supposed to ask you about this. On YouTube, is it YouTube or SoundCloud? It's these beef tracks. Mm-hmm. You and another artist and another artist. Mm-hmm. It's like these songs, right? And I used to listen to all the songs. I'd be like, what? Let me see what Trey can say now. Let me see what this boy can say now. Were they real? Like, was it a real beef or was it like creative?
Well, I can tell you in the beginning, that was pure authenticity. Like the very first time we started to beef, it was like
it was a real beef.
It was real because it was like, let me show you how that started. A lot of people don't even know how that started. Like, well, mind you, it was a lot of ignorance in that too, Jed, because like, I did Muggle Like Me, right? Yeah. And then after that, Spicy went ahead and he did a remix to Muggle Like Me. Yeah. But it sounded like he was staring at me in the song.
Like you ain't really hot.
You see what I said? So after that, you know, a lot of people was coming to me like, but this man was dissing you on this song. This man was dissing you on this song. And like the testosterone in me was like, but I can't. I can't just sit back type vibe. But guess what? I didn't even see to it to say, you know, I wanted to do something like that, but a lot of people heat me up to do it. Yeah. So after that, I did a diss.
And then the diss keep going.
And then that's where I start from there. And the crazy part is how Fred got into it, because I did post a diss and he commented on it and was like, but it's bad, but. And then after that.
Y'all never fight? Like, for real fight?
No, boy, we never fight. When we first saw each other, and that's the crazy thing. I first saw Fred one time when he did pass by my school, and when he saw each other, he was like, yeah, baby, what's going on, or whatever like that. It was like we knew.
It was like a creative tension.
It was a creative tension. And then when we all came together on this basis where we came to work together. You see what I'm saying? Because I was the first artist to sign to my former label, Exile. I was the first artist to be signed. And when I was signed, they were the first two people that I told them that they should be on this team. Yeah. Because I was like, bro, these two dudes right here, they are talented. You see what I'm saying? And from there, we came together, we worked together, we did numerous shows, we did numerous pieces of work, and bro, we had a lot of fun and we had a lot of learning experiences as well. And I can definitely say, bro, they still are two groups of young talented young men who they did something that nobody else done. We did things that nobody else done, but we went in the front of thousands of people on numerous occasions.
You always bareback on the rally.
Bareback, bro. Like there was some things that you wasn't seeing. You see what I'm saying? So we opened that avenue for younger kids to feel like, bro, if you want to go on a stage with a mic and sing, or you want to do something that you just feel in your heart that, hey, this is something that I feel like doing to express myself, like we was talking about earlier. Go ahead, boy. Not because you're a Bahamian. You can do it.
That's the I see in here. Self-expression.
Yeah, but
you express yourself with a mugger like me, what happened to you, and then you're expressing yourself in acting now, what you're getting into now. And it's all about self-expression. You gotta love what you do, and you gotta put it on out there.
You got to.
Now, your final words to the people out there, how should they express themselves?
How should y'all express yourself? Okay. First of all, you should express yourself in a healthy way. You know what I mean? A healthy way, whereas you're getting healing from it. Because, like I said before, a lot of us in this culture, we ain't used to, even in, I would say, as Bahamians and even as Black Bahamians, we have this thing where we ain't used to talking about certain things. You probably grew up in a household, not saying, but I'm saying like just generally it's been like that. But we've grew up in households where the male wasn't supposed to cry. If you cry, you act like a girl.
Yeah.
If you have something on your mind, big people around you can't say, you're like, you don't have a say, you don't have a voice. So it's like, me as a 15-year-old, I'm just really grateful that my parents was comfortable with me going ahead and trying to express myself and writing on a piece of pen and a paper, because it even ain't just music, that's English, like that's art, where it's like
that's art.
That ain't just something simple. And we all should want to look at things as a way where we know that it's more to it. It ain't just about you, because what you would do as a result of you expressing yourself, that could be the breakthrough for somebody else. Because guess what? All of us going through something, and all of us need each other. Believe it or not, we need each other.
That's the first time I heard it like that. Express yourself in a healthy way.
You see what I say?
This is all out, and it'll all help you out, man. Bahamian Trae turning up with us on your turn up mix, man. You know how the thing go. All right? Alexander the Great on your radio. Anything the people need to go reach out to? Any social media?
Everything is Bahamian Trae. TRAE. 242 is the Snapchat. Bahamian Trae on Facebook. Bahamian Trae on Twitter. Bahamian Trae on Instagram. Follow me on all. Everything else too. Audio Mark, Apple Music. You find it all. Bahamian Trae. Capital B, capital M.
Musician and actor.
I know.
I would say something else that I can say that. Just know the laws and you know the lingo.
You gotta know the lingo. You gotta respect the lingo, because a lot of people don't respect the lingo in the Bahamas.
Bahamian Trae said that, man. Alexander the Great. Get him another one. We ain't done turning up, man.
I usually trip with mother set. You gotta be in your life who you with. Looking at you, looking at me, nice hair, nice smile, eyebrows on fleek. Get on the comfort. Bless.